I want you to consider walking up a hill and completely being out of breath for the rest of your life. The feeling of shortness of breath, the constant sore throats, that's gonna follow me. Hey guys, it's your girl Nat here, and I am back with a update on my COVID experience. And I was debating on making this video for the longest time, but considering that a day of my life of living with COVID is really popular, I thought this was necessary because I have had lasting effects because I had COVID. If you're new here, my name's Natalie Perry. I typically make architecture content, so all of my architecture students and fanatics, please just bear with me through this video. This is a update on coronavirus and my personal experience on it. I haven't personally seen a update video like this like months in advance. This is my story, right? Like this is what I have to live with for an indefinite period of time. So my very good family friend, she runs her own practice. She's an MD, and she said, you know, like nobody should want to get COVID because nobody knows the lasting effects of COVID. And I think the longer that this virus just exists and the more people recover, the more people are learning about this virus. And damn, like it is a cunning virus because it is just, like, I'm mind blown. Here is what I have to live with for the rest of my life. I don't know. And I just want to share this with you for transparency, but also to kind of motivate you to not get the virus. If you have had recovered from COVID, please comment down below like what you experienced too, because I don't know, like I feel certain things that I really shouldn't be feeling. So let's just get right into it. Background, I had COVID, I think my diagnosis date was June 12th of 2020 was when I lost my sense of smell. I had a super mild case. Breathing just fine. I was fine. I took quarantine very seriously. My family had to work together as a unit, and it was very trying because every single individual in my household falls in one category, making them a high-risk person to get COVID. I could not infect anyone. Since recovering from COVID, I share coffee with my grandma every morning. She's turning 91. I haven't infected anyone. Let me put it that way. Since I've passed that the incubation period and the infection period. Nobody knows the long-term effects of COVID. Nobody knows the long-term effects of COVID. Why would you? I mean, it is a novel virus. People are still learning new things about viruses and I don't know, like STDs and stuff like that, right? Like nobody knew that the chickenpox causes shingles down the road. So what is going to happen to me when I am like 60 years old and like I don't know. But here's what I do know. Since I have recovered from COVID, and keep in mind, I have never been really like out of breath or anything. I eat really clean. I'm kind of transitioning to a plant-based diet, actually. I go on a daily walk. If you watch any of the day of my life vlogs on my channel, I'm always walking. I haven't really been able to run as much because I still have chronomalacia in my knee, which is really unfortunate. If I'm walking, my neighborhood's kind of hilly, but I do the walk every day, every single day. I will get to the top of the hill and I'm like completely out of breath. Like yesterday, I went on a run for the first time with my knee brace, totally out of breath. Totally out of breath, like wiped out. I don't even know, like I've never ever been that wiped out and like breathing that hard. Just an insane moment of frustration because I don't know what I am going to personally be dealing with for the rest of my life. Having coronavirus back in June didn't really seem like a big deal to me, but these are lasting conditions. And the thing is that like, let's say I just fall off the healthy train, eating McDonald's 3 times a day and I don't walk anymore and my heart health declines, more pressure on all my bodily organs and all that stuff. What's gonna happen then? Another weird ongoing symptom I've personally noticed is that I will get a sore throat just like sporadically. It'll last for maybe a day or two. Maybe I think I'm getting sick, but I haven't been anywhere. I go to school at home. I stopped commuting to UPenn because I just do school at home. What's the point of me commuting? I'm always on Zoom anyways. The only time I leave my house is to go grocery shopping and my daily walk. For me to actually like possibly get sick from something, like near impossible. Like our home is clean. I clean it. For me to just get a random sore throat, oh, what the heck? So I did join a survivors COVID group and I just wanted to see how other people were doing. Now, given my age, my healthy lifestyle, I definitely did handle COVID like a champ, right? Like no problems. But the thing that I'm so upset with is that I don't know what's gonna happen in 20 years down the line. One thing I did want to read to you is some of these comments that I've shared, and completely anonymous, no clue who said these. Here's one comment. I had it back in July. I do get a sore throat when it gets cold, but now if I overwork or don't sleep enough, I feel like I'm getting sick again. Hope you and me and everyone else gets better soon. Hugs. Another person said, I had it in the beginning of last month, and now that I'm better, I still get out of breath really easily. I had it in July and I get paranoid sometimes because I randomly feel like I'm getting run down or sick again with swollen glands and headaches. Glad to know it's probably just a part of the recovery and I'm not going crazy. Two people said same, they have similar experiences as me, like walking up a hill and completely getting out of breath. There are more than one form of the virus too, confirmed like 6 versions according to doctors. So they had a true double confirmed patient who had it twice, so please be smart during flu season. I try my best not to think about it, but I'm a realist. And they say usually you don't get new symptoms that far out. We can just never be too careful, it seems. Got to keep on practicing our safe behaviors. Oh, great. I feel like I'm getting better, but not completely ready to return to work yet. I can't stay out of bed for more than half the day, and I simply just return to it a couple hours later. Seems like a lot of us will never return to normal, huh? I've noticed that I'm out of breath more often. Hey Natalie, I had it back in May. Shortness of breath definitely feels like the longest lasting symptom. I have an entire list of strange things. Blisters on the inside of my lower lip, blister looking rash on my palms and hands, shortness of breath walking uphill, especially in my neighborhood, tremors in my leg and hands, brain fog. I have the occasional extreme fatigue, wacko taste buds. Sometimes I can barely taste anything. I had COVID in July and still tire easily. I can walk to the mailbox and back, but my lungs are on fire. Very shortness of breath. Doctors say the bottom lobe in the lung damage could take months to heal. The heart took a beating too, pardon the pun. However, it is slowly getting better. I get severe headaches and almost a daily sore throat. So I didn't want to read all of them because all of them basically just say the same thing. But I want to share this as a form of education for an older person to have COVID, live with it. Always being out of breath is really concerning for anyone. And I think that's why, like, even though I am healthy, I'm 23, this is something I will literally have to live with for the rest of my life. I'm trying to still have a positive outlook on it because I still think if I'm negative about it, I'm just gonna recognize it more. So positivity, radiating it out of there. Like, I never had COVID, right? I wish, but I wish it could be that simple. Please, wear your mask. I know we're all tired of it. You need to ask yourself, is it really worth it? Because I am telling you, it's not. It is not. Whatever you are aiming to do, I know it's been a shitty couple of months, but it's not worth this. My decision to visit my friend in Akron just to say goodbye one last time. At the time, I felt like it was necessary to say goodbye, and I was self-isolating anyway, so I was like, this is perfect. When I came back home from moving out of my college apartment, class of 2020, I was feeling really moody because I felt like I didn't have closure. I was really sad, and I had the right to be sad. But the thing is, that feeling is gone. Like, I'm over it. I moved on. But the feeling of shortness of breath, the constant sore throats, headaches, fatigue, sometimes even my hair falls out, but maybe that's just from stress. But another COVID survivor also says that their hair falls out, but that's gonna follow me. So I know maybe you choosing to go to a really overcrowded restaurant this weekend to say hey to your girlfriends who you haven't seen since March It may seem like such a relieving plan, but I want you to consider any situation you put yourself in where you aren't socially distancing. I want you to consider walking up a hill and completely being out of breath for the rest of your life, because that's what I have to do. And I don't mean to be so harsh about it. I just want you to be real, because if I probably watched a video like this back in June, I probably would have just told my friend, no, I'm sorry. Maybe once this whole thing blows over, this is something that's gonna follow me for the rest of my life, probably. And it's okay. I'm sure I can handle it. I'd rather have this weight on me versus somebody who's 60 and has like grandkids on the way. I'd rather deal with it. But in all honesty, me just saying that is a way for me to cope with it. This is my life. You are a product of your choices, I guess. I just hope as we progress into these winter months, you make the right choice, because I didn't. And I'm here being super transparent with you. I did not make the right choice. And that's hard for me to say because I have been trying to rationalize it, and I haven't really talked about any of this with my family, just because I don't want them to stress. My mom, as I mentioned before, this is her really big fear in life, right? Is that I'm just gonna walk up a set of stairs and just collapse because corona in my body just completely destroyed me. So anyway, be smarter than me. I wish you and your family like infinite health. Like I said, I can handle it now, but when I'm 70 years old, like, who knows? All right, well, this is probably going to be the last update, but I think this was necessary. All right, well, that's it for today's video. I'm super transparent on my channel, just to try and show you that maybe you aren't alone in this world, even if you feel like you are. So, all right, love you guys.